sure the message I reach them.
Live from Kingston, Jamaica, broadcasting around the world. You're watching the YouTube show Intellectual, fair, frank, and factual. This is Extra Ass, streaming to the world and
#1 intellectual blogging panel on the YouTube channel.
Good night, everyone. Let me know if you're seeing me clear. Let me know if you're hearing me clearly. If you're seeing and hearing clearly, welcome to another episode of Extra Class. Why this looks so buggy? Episode number 252. For the persons who are seeing my face or hearing my voice, I trust that you are okay, you are healthy. Your family members are healthy and okay as well. For the persons who have to be at work at this time of the night, I trust that your shift will end soon and you will get a chance to get home to be with your family. For the persons who are on the road, please get home safely. And for the people them who are home, ready for listen teacher talk about some things we have to jam down. Jam rap, Jamaica land we love. Land of Food and Water, Bob Marley, Usain Bolt, Vice Cartel, Buju Banton, Jodian, Fraser Price, Lane Thompson. You understand? Marcus Mosiah Garvey, Huey Hospital, Andrews, Spanish Town, Jubilee, and some more peeps. Peeps, good night. Soon circle.
Kaboom! Teach! Always make sure the message I reach them. You know which teach them the intellectual blogging panel on the YouTube channel. Like, subscribe, and don't know. Hey yo, we always up to something. Today, hey yo, hello. Send the message and make it them right all.
Apes, good night. I'm gonna show up the stream now for me now before we start now. You understand? Nadine, calm down. See? Yeah, man, I'm gonna bust a one share in the stream. You see? And thing, man, I think we remember for sure. Like, today has been a rough day, piece. I'm not my day for a waste of time. See, I just want to find a stream. See? And things so I can share. Hold on, I'm for sure in our channel group because they're my next setting. I'm going to cuss them right now. Yeah, peeps, so we're there. Normally I leave certain stories still down at the stream. But tonight I decide I'm going to start with the story what we need for address first and foremost. If you're here for the first time, welcome. If you are a regular viewer, good night. Miss Ruth Daly, it's good to see you. Auntie. Wow. I have been monitoring a particular story from last night. See, initially the firestorm started on Twitter. I did not see the initial news item on TVJ on Friday night in relation to one Jodian Fearon. I only watched it this morning, but from last night I started seeing tweets in relation to the young lady and her situation, and also the news that she had unfortunately passed away. I would have done a video today based on all the information that was available in relation to the situation. And instead of I reading it, I know some persons would have watched the video already, but I'll just play the video because I can't bother go read through that still. But we're gonna deal with that and thing. You see me? The young lady, who was turned away from at least 3 hospitals in the corporate area amidst COVID-19 fears, dies hours after giving birth.
Teach them! Always make sure the message I reach them.
Reports are that 23-year-old Jodian Fearon, an employee of the Passport Immigration and Citizenship Agency, and a recent graduate of the University of the West Indies, up at the Memorial Hospital about 5 p.m. on the day to deliver her baby, having been registered there in advance. About 2 hours later, while being attended to by medical staff, The patient had flu-like symptoms similar to signs of the coronavirus. According to Fearon's gynecologist, Dr. Lloyd Golson, she was told that she could not remain at the hospital because they lacked the equipment needed to treat her if her medical condition worsened. Dr. Golson told reporters that while she was on the ward, she was short of breath and complained that she had been having difficulties breathing for approximately 3 days. The doctor said she had not been to work for the past 2 weeks. However, despite no tests being done, Andrews Memorial Hospital decided that she should be transferred to the University Hospital of the West Indies. The transfer to the University Hospital did not happen, and from all accounts, no other public hospital in the corporate area was willing to accept her. According to Dr. Golson, the University Hospital of the West Indies said they were unable to accept the patient, while the Victoria Jubilee said they had no accommodation. They should try to take her back the following day if a patient was discharged. Dr. Golson said a senior personnel at the Victoria Jubilee Hospital explained that they refused to take Fearon because the high dependency ward was full. He said he was also told that they were still waiting on some COVID-19 test results that were outstanding for over a week. The doctor said her condition worsened overnight and she had to be given oxygen. Early Friday morning, the doctor said he again called the University Hospital of the West Indies to get Jodian admitted, but he was not able to convince them. He said the University Hospital refused to accept her. He further stated that the intensive care unit said they would take her, but the maternity unit would not take her, and the Victoria Jubilee Hospital said all their beds were taken. The doctor said Fearon looked like she was going to die, so they had to take her somewhere. A relative of the patient said her family was astonished at the runaround they received from the hospitals. The Spanish Town Hospital came to Jodian's rescue and she was rushed there. But the hospital was not ready to receive a possible COVID-19 case. As for over an hour, Fearon waited in distress in the ambulance, while hospital staff completed the area they were preparing to receive her. After finally giving birth, a relative told reporters that Jodian was not doing well and had to be transferred to the University Hospital for further care. A COVID-19 test was also administered. News unfortunately broke on Saturday that Miss Fearon died at the University Hospital and that her COVID test results came back negative. Her child is believed to be in stable condition. Yeah, please, I'm going to pause at this for the time being. So that is a synopsis, an overview, a summary of the situation as was the information available at the time. Zane and thing. Whichever way you look at the situation, whichever way you analyze, good night, Miss Morgan, how are you? Whichever way you dice it or slice it, it's an absolutely sad situation. I know many persons are emotional. I know many persons are upset. Zane, many persons are concerned. I, for one, is currently very worried considering the fact that my partner is 7 months pregnant. But I'll talk about that in a few. We'll get to that. Many things are being said. Many accusations are being made. Many persons in the public domain have been saying a lot. There are certain things I cannot speak on as yet because I am not au fait with all the details. The Minister of Health would have released a statement, well, via a video on his Twitter page this morning. I'll soon share that. The doctor, Ms. Fearon's doctor, would have also spoken somewhat. Zane, I think he spoke to RJR. I think he also spoke to Loop. I have that video clip and thing. Also, the Prime Minister would have addressed the matter for what it is at this point in time, and Andrews Memorial has since released a statement. So I'll share all of those things before I do a little analysis and share my personal views on the situation. So that was the summary, as I said earlier, and thing. The Minister of Health, after news broke and persons started asking questions on social media, would have published a very short clip on his Twitter page, and this is what he had to say.
Many of you would have heard of the untimely passing of a young woman who had her baby at the Spanish Town Hospital, having spent some time at the Andrews Memorial Hospital, and after giving birth, ended up at the University Hospital of the West Indies. There are a lot of stories going around as to what led to her untimely passing. Firstly, I want to express my deepest condolences and regret at her passing, to her family members, to her friends, and indeed to all of Jamaica. I have asked for a thorough investigation to take place, and as soon as the results are available, which I hope will be very soon, we will make the information public. In the meantime, we will give whatever support is necessary to the newborn child, who I understand is stable and in hospital, and whatever counseling support we need to give to other family members. I deeply regret this situation, and as soon as the information is available, we will make the information available to the populace. Thank you.
So that is the Minister of Health. The Prime Minister, via the Office of the Prime Minister, released a statement which reads as follows. Prime Minister Andrew Holness, well, this was an article still in relation to the thing. Prime Minister Andrew Holness has weighed in on the controversy surrounding the death of a woman who had flu-like symptoms and was reportedly denied services at more than one hospital. The woman, whom he has identified as Jodian Fearon, died shortly after giving birth. So in a post via Twitter, the Prime Minister said he had been briefed by Minister of Health and Wellness, Dr. Christopher Tufton, about the incident. He said Dr. Tufton has assured him that a thorough investigation will be done, including a review of the established protocols in and between the public and private healthcare systems to identify any possible general system weaknesses or specific operational breakdowns in the handling of this case. We are aware that the COVID-19 epidemic is placing additional strain on our resources and increasingly complicating our response systems and daily lives. However, as a people, we must never allow the epidemic to cause us to lose sight of our humanity, he said in his statement. So that is what the Prime Minister had to say. The young lady, Miss Fearon, obstetrician, that word, and gynecologist, had this to say, as I think his name is Lloyd Golson.
Dr. Lloyd Golson, consultant obstetrician and gynecologist from Winchester Surgical and Medical Institute. Well, Memorial Hospital will have to put things in place so that in case a case like this comes up again, we should be able to deliver the one that they have the mask with the PPP. You must have an area whereby patient can be delivered. And they have worried about when they take COVID patients there that people, doctors will be moving away and they'll go to not all, or maybe not all should also be equipped that they can deal with some COVID patient and that tests can be done readily, because the plan now is that tests should be done more readily available. No, the patient was admitted and she was being induced, so in all fairness, they did not send away the patient, but when they saw that there was a possibility that she could be COVID-19, they said they are not equipped to deal with a patient like that, so they wanted her to be transferred. But not that they didn't accept the patient, and when university refused her and Jubilee said that they wouldn't take her, and I got involved, they said that I could deliver her there and transfer her out to university ICU. So they would have allowed me to deliver her at Andrews, but she developed complications and we had to transfer her, and we tried to get her to university again. But I don't know what is the basis of them not taking her. It must be fear. And Jubilee couldn't take her because they're occupied. But Spanish Town came to the rescue. Government, and I'm sure Mr. Tufton will look. I know he has some policy there. So I think Tufton and the Prime Minister, they're actually trying and they're doing a reasonable job. But people need to do what they have to do. And the doctors have fear, a lot of fear, because of this COVID-19. So that's what leading to a lot of crisis. They're taking it real badly. I mean, she just graduated from university, 26, young girl, a lot of potential. The family is very upset. I think can expect a lawsuit.
That is what Ms. Fearon's doctor is saying. Zane, at the end there, he also said that the family is taking it very badly. They are very upset, and you can expect a lawsuit. I think the doctor have a few questions to answer. Well, I would like to ask him a few questions, and I'll point that out in a few. Zane, so we have heard an overview of the story as I believe it to be in terms of what the information was at the time when I did the video. I also reached out to 2 family members via Twitter. One person responded saying that she would be willing to share the sequence of events, but she has since not provided me with an avenue to ask the question. So that is that. I understand that the family is currently grieving. The family is in mourning, and when I pressure them, and there's no issue with that. I understand, and whenever, if ever, they feel a need to get their side of the story out, seeing my platform is available. Also, the Prime Minister has spoken, the Health Minister has spoken, and her doctor would have spoken. You would have seen, I'm sure, bits and pieces of the news article on TVJ. You know, I would not play that because TVJ and I, for some strange reason, don't seem to get along. I don't know. I don't do them nothing, but you know what I think. Zane and thing. Andrew's Memorial has released a statement. And I'll read the statement and then we'll talk a little. Zane? So I'm going to say I can't find it here. And I think I have one look at Andrew's thing and I can go on. Alright, it's not make that stay. Andrew's Memorial Hospital says the University Hospital of the West Indies and the Victoria Jubilee Hospitals refuse to take the pregnant patient. In a statement issued today, the Andrew's Memorial Hospital laid out its involvement with one of its patients, Jodian Fearon. The pregnant Fearon died after giving birth to her child. The full statement from Andrew's Memorial reads as follows. There have been recent reports in the media about a patient who was initially presented to the Andrew's Memorial Hospital with symptoms of labor and who, while admitted to the hospital, started to show symptoms of the COVID-19 virus. Andrew's Memorial understands that the patient, who was subsequently transferred to another hospital, died after giving birth to her child. Andrew's Memorial Hospital wishes to express our deepest sympathies to the patient's family and friends and wishes the best for the health of the newborn. We respect the family's privacy during this difficult time and will only give a brief statement to clarify the role of Andrew's Memorial Hospital, which is being debated in the media. On Thursday, April 23rd, 2020, Andrew's Memorial Hospital admitted a maternity patient from one of our obstetricians and practicing admitting privileges to deliver her baby. The patient began to show symptoms of the COVID-19 virus, including cough, fever and shortness of breath, and concerns were raised about 1. The safety of the patient and her baby, because Andrew's Memorial Hospital is not equipped with a functional intensive care unit to provide respiratory support, and 2. The safety of all the other patients and their babies in the maternity unit, since Andrew's Memorial Hospital is not equipped with isolation facilities on our maternity unit. A decision was made to clear the maternity unit of all the other patients to ensure their safety. The University of the West Indies and Victoria Jubilee Hospitals were contacted about transfer of the patient, but they refused to accept the patient. A plan was put in place to manage the patient by her physician. On Friday morning, her doctor recommended an urgent C-section. The patient was then prepped and made ready for surgery at Andrew's Memorial Hospital. Other surgeries were postponed to facilitate her surgery. Her physician's team of independent anesthesiologists refused to practice in the surgery, to participate in the surgery. Sorry. Why? That curious. As a result of this, the nearest hospital with the required facility, the University Hospital of the West Indies, and Victoria Jubilee were contacted, and again, both refused to accept the patient. Andrew's Memorial was eventually able to secure a transfer of the patient to the Spanish Town Hospital, where she delivered her baby after collaboration with the National Emergency Operations Center, EOC. We understand that after delivering her baby, she was transferred to the University Hospital of the West Indies, where she passed away. Andrew's Memorial Hospital cannot comment on the care the patient received at other hospitals. In its many years of operation, Andrew's Memorial has always ensured the highest quality treatment for our patients with the resources available. During this difficult time for our nation, Andrew's Memorial plays its part by accepting non-COVID-19 patients in medicine, gynecology, and general surgery, neurosurgery, neurology, gastroenterology, urology, and cardiology from other hospitals. Our outpatient and emergency department, our labs and diagnostic services also continue to serve the public. We once again wish to reassure the public, our patients and our staff that we will always put their safety and health first, and we remain committed to our service standards. That was very lengthy. I'm hoping to get the essence of that. Andrews is saying that they never turn away Miss Fearon. As a matter of fact, if this report is to be believed, and the doctor also said, in fairness to Andrews, they were willing to have the delivery there, the C-section, but some complications developed. Andrews is suggesting that the patient's doctor and physician team did not participate in the surgery, and so, well, I don't know. Why would they not participate in the surgery? Zane? If the Andrews statement is to be believed, what kind of complications developed? Why the surgery, the C-section was not done for her to do the delivery, then sent to the other institution? There are so many questions. See? I also remember when the Minister of Health and the government were looking for hospitals to aid with the COVID fight. Andrews had said they will not be I don't want to misquote nobody, but in essence, them have said them really got take no COVID-19 patients. Seeing as them not go create no isolation unit and them something. But this is my question to Andrews. And you can correct me if you think me wrong, peeps. As an hospital that runs a maternity ward, seeing that the country and the world is in the midst of a pandemic, would logics not dictate that the possibility would be high that a patient turn up at Andrews to give birth that may have been exposed to the coronavirus, and as such, some form of contingency plan should be in place in an event like that, seeing that patients would have paid their deposits in advance, and some people that probably paid more money than just them deposit in advance. So even though they are not at the front and center of the COVID fight in terms of using their institution to facilitate the fight, if you are a hospital that has a maternity ward, Zane, highly recommended maternity ward, would it not be sensible then for you to even ensure, say, at least there's a room there that can serve as an isolation room in the event that a patient turns up and they start to present with symptoms of the coronavirus? I don't know why that to them be such a hard thing for Andrews. I am probably looking at the thing wrong, Zane, but I just don't know how difficult that would be for an institution with the repute and name and clientele that Andrews serve. You understand what I say? So that's a one. Secondly, it would appear to me that Andrews made efforts to contact Huey and Jubilee and stuff. Zane, but it also appeared based on reports given by the doctor that some of the contact was made by him to these institutions. If Andrews felt it prudent to have the patient transferred, should it not be Andrews' responsibility to move heaven and earth to ensure that the patient is received by an institution? That's the next question I'm going to like to ask. Also, Andrews said, let me go back to this. It said on Friday morning, her doctor recommended an urgent C-section. The patient was then prepped and made ready for surgery at Andrews Memorial. Other surgeries were postponed to facilitate her surgery. If this again is correct, it's fine. Her physician's team of independent anesthesiologists refused to participate in the surgery. Why would the team of independent anesthesiologists and physicians refuse to participate in a surgery when the complications were as great as they were? And it was her private team, as Andrews has said. Is it that they too got scared of the whole COVID? Well, I don't know. That's a question I don't love to get an answer to. Why would the private anesthesiologists and the physician team of Miss Fearon, or me and miss up me here, so, not participate in the surgery? Because Andrews, even though them did a look at transfer, they decided to facilitate the cesarean birth and then have the patient transferred to another agent hospital where other further care could be administered. It's very strange. See, and if Andrews actually cleared the maternity ward in trying to protect those on ward, Zane postpone surgery as them say, because we can only work with what them say now, you know. It would be good to hear the family's story versus what Andrews have to say. You understand? And then the physicians and anesthesiologists refused to participate in the surgery to remove the child from the lady who would have been not feeling well for a good period of time. You understand? As she would have been coughing and suffering from shorter breath. I mean, she's pregnant and she in labor. She entitled to suffer from shorter breath. You understand? As far as I would know. Zane. So, no. Andrews still have question to answer. And the medical teams have a lot of questions to answer. A request was made by Andrews to the University Hospital of the West Indies. First, I am assuming. The University Hospital of the West Indies is, as far as I know, at the forefront of the fight against the COVID-19. Under what circumstances, rational circumstances, logical circumstances, could the University of the West Indies reject Miss Fearon? Decided they would not accept Miss Fearon. Decided they would not facilitate the transfer of the patient. Why would the University of the West Indies do so? On more than one occasion, it would seem. Because they said they tried again on Friday morning to convince the University of the West Indies to accept the patient. I have seen videos and things where say the University Hospital is prepared to deal with X amount of patients and all of them something there. And as far as I know, I'm fine, because again, I don't want to quote nobody. Hold on there. As far as I know, with them graph and diagram, there are only about, in terms of COVID patients, you see, there are only about number of persons critically ill. there are only 3 persons as per a release, a clinical management summary by the Ministry of Health a few hours, an hour or 2 ago, that says only 3 Jamaicans are currently critically ill as a result of the COVID-19. And I am sure there are more than 3 ventilators up by UE. And I don't know that these 3 patients are up by UE either. So under what circumstance and condition would the University of the Hospital reject or refuse to accept the patient? That is what me want to know. On not one occasion, but a number of requests were made and they did not. Zin? No, I understand that persons are now making reference to the situation with the Turks and Caicos Island gentleman who was flown back to the island to receive care at UE, and he eventually tested positive for the coronavirus. I understand that, and I will go on record, and I will be man enough to stand by my first view that as a country we did the right thing when we afforded the gentleman medical care up by UE. I said that before, and I will stand by that. So I know a person going to say, because she not come from TCI, and because she poor and she not have a surname and she not... The TCI situation was a policy decision that was made at the cabinet level. This situation with Miss Fearon is not the same thing. She was turned away by the hospital for whatever reason. See? So I understand so people are going to bring up that. And fear, but I have said before that even in the worst of time, we should still maintain our humanity. And I have said before, and I continue to believe, that in relation to the TCI situation, as a nation, we did the right thing. Because I wouldn't want to be sick in Jamaica and one next country, say Cuba, can give me the care I need, and Cuba say them nah take me, I'm just dead. Zane are my family member, my child. It's just my view that. Zane? Now, why did the University Hospital of the West Indies refuse to accept the patient? The Victoria Jubilee Hospital, which is the largest maternity hospital in the Caribbean, I have heard they like to say, Zane said they had no bed and their critical ward, I don't remember what they were, which word them use. I mean, I want to tell a lie upon nobody, you know. Next thing I get said, me I spread fake news. Where ward name? I want to get the right name of ward. Me don't remember, but them say it full. You understand? And thing. Then, the Jubilee Hospital is quoted, a senior person down is quoted as saying that they can try again the following morning, which would have been the Friday morning, if a patient was discharged. And also that they were waiting on some COVID-19 test results for over a week now. That is very strange in itself. That's a problem in itself. Well, yo, the situation, it more talk about the situation, the more upset me get inside. Zane, Spanish Town Hospital, by all accounts, tried, but even them apparently were not prepared to receive a COVID-19 patient who was pregnant. As by all indication, when the ambulance got there, Miss Fearon had to wait in the ambulance. Some reports are saying half an hour, some reports are saying up to an hour, while the team out by Spanish Town prepared the area in which they were planning to receive Miss Fearon. Thank God. Eventually, it was done and the child was delivered. I am not certain if it was a vaginal delivery or it was cesarean birth. Zane? I have seen some tweet which said that, so I'm not sure. Zane? and thing. Could that time that she was in the ambulance waiting up by Spanish Town have made a difference? Could all that time when the University of the West Indies was refusing to accept her, could that have made a difference? If Jubilee had shuffled some people around and tried to assist the situation, would that have made a difference? Who knows? A situation sad, brother. Zane? And this COVID-19 epidemic is showing so many of the weaknesses that we have as a country, as a nation. Every day, something else emerges that says, yo, we really need to fix the country. You understand? We really need, and if we go look at the thing from an objective perspective, see, the doctor couldn't do the surgery alone. Which doctor, Sir M, which doctor, yeah, but what you mean, up by Angels, because Angela said there was a team, you know, and them decided them not participate, so I don't know. See? Peeps, this is a young girl, but news items are quoting different age. My understanding is that she's 23. She would have graduated from the University of the West Indies last year, I think. And she has been employed at the Passport, Immigration and Citizenship Agency for a while. Productive member of the society. Paid her money up by Anjos. Yeah? Anjos are trying to defend themselves. There are still questions about Anjos as far as I am concerned. Zane? It took me hours to do this video this morning. Hours to do the video. I was so deflated when I did the video. I go sleep, man. One at a time I said me if I go wake up for come stream. But I know that some people did look forward to a discussion. So I was so emotionally and psychologically deflated that and to make matters worse, peeps, as some of you would know that my partner is currently pregnant. As a matter of fact, she is 7 months pregnant. So I don't know all about gestation and them something. Zane? I have told you before, and I've told myself that I want to give my children the things that I never have. In reason, within reason, that is. Zane? My mother had me at home. That's one thing. Zane? Big up to Aunt Girl who performed the Dilly and them something. Yeah? My daughter was born in New York. So that one kind of look a bit different. After sitting down and discussing, I decided that I wanted my child to be delivered at Andrews Memorial Hospital. Not because I am rich, Zane, but because I work hard and I want to give my kids what me never get. Yeah? Andrews was not possible because our doctor does not have practicing privileges up by Andrews. So we decided on the next best option, which in our opinion is not all. See? The funny thing about not all situation is that we were planning to do the down payment either tomorrow or Tuesday. But I have some very serious questions that I want to ask of not all and also our doctor. Because I can tell you, if I go up and not all or wherever and them I tell me broke up every wind or base stone me fling up there. Because my child have to be delivered. You understand? As a hospital, you pay your money, them need to put things in place to ensure say your child is given the best chance of survival. So you can imagine how reflective I have been since I have been trying to get a grasp of this story. You understand? The thing with a delivery is that you just never know, but you want your partner to be given the best care possible and your child to be given the best chance of survival. Yeah? And with the money that these entities and institutions are charging, then there should be no question as to whatever the situation is. Things should be put in place to ensure I don't know, Star. I don't know. You can imagine the psyche now of the many women in the country who are currently preparing to give birth tomorrow, tonight, this week, next month, the month after. Zane? I know the worst thing about this page, I have been internalizing this scenario for a little bit, you know. Not any death scenario, but the whole fact that we will be expecting the child in the height of the coronavirus situation. Zane? But normally have a thing will say I just draw works when I see the rainfall. But right now, a storm out there, brother. Either you rain and just a fall. You understand? And I'm concerned. I am very, very concerned. You understand? I am very worried. And I am not the worrisome type of person. See? This situation can reach. I know some people are going to say she did have color and she did have money. Probably it wouldn't happen. I mean, we can always say that and speculate, and it may be correct. But at the end of the day, Miss Fearon never did have beg nobody nothing. By all accounts, she registered and she paid her money, and she did have her money. She may not have been wealthy, but she did have her money. It's not poverty killed her. It's the lack of compassion and the lack of humanity that killed her. Based on what me I say. No, one stop. Andrews never received her by the looks of things. You know. She was admitted at Andrews. But they now apparently got scared when they saw that she was presenting with symptoms that is a clinical match for the COVID-19. So I suppose that is when everything went haywire. Because she was admitted at Andrews. You see me? It is now that they were saying that they had concerns for her safety, the child safety, unborn child safety, as well as the other mothers are expecting mothers on the maternity ward. See? And they were saying they did not have the facilities to treat with the COVID situation as they were not dealing with any from the get-go. They said so. See? And I guess an arrangement was made for them to accept other type of patients from some of the public hospitals. You see? So I suppose that is when it's not like I guess some persons are still of the view that Andrews turned her away. It is looking that me not even sure because here the doctor said something about some PPEs and all. I don't even know. The reality is that Andrews from day one said them not deal with no coronavirus situation. But this is my thing, and I said it before. If Andrews is in the business of delivering babies in a global pandemic, it means an expectant mother can turn up with virus. What you going to do after she pay her money? Put things in place to ensure the child is delivered, the mother is taken care of. Boy. So well, that is not what the release from Andrews is saying. So I can see them turn them away. I can only work with what I see. When I get information that speaks against that from a credible source, i.e. the family members, then I can quote that. Even the doctor said that Andrews, in all fairness, never really turned her away. So I don't know. The doctor says so, Andrews says so. So I don't know. You understand? It simply looked like the doctors up by Andrews simply panicked and were fearful because they felt that she was presenting with the COVID-19 symptoms. Even without testing her, they decided that not them head and they wanted to transfer her. Zane? The best place for you to be if you are deemed COVID positive is a hospital. Because me can't know for one better place you be than a hospital. They are arguably, as some people will say, the best hospital. You know, KPH kind of have more diverse things that them do than Andrews. But by all indications, Andrews is one of the better hospitals in the country. Then where else better place you could then be if you have COVID-19 than one hospital? Andrews should have one room up there where them says an isolation room in the event that I'm expectant to come here, come deliver, and she become COVID positive. Like, there's no contingency after people pay millions of dollars in some cases. St. Joseph Hospital kind of locked down Miss Donati. St. Joseph Hospital has been converted to an isolation ward for the coronavirus pandemic. So, all outpatient situation and them something now going on St. Joseph's right now. Zin? You see me? Ah, boy. No. The COVID-19 test result came back negative. Jesus Christ, man. So she wasn't COVID positive. She was probably suffering shorter breath because she was in labor. She can't speak to why she was coughing and stuff. Yeah, so and they said that she had fever. She in a labor, she can't have anything she want to have. What you mean? This situation is so mess. Everywhere you turn, it mess up. Every direction you turn, it mess up. Everything you think about it mess up. Every possible way you try analyze it, it mess up. How can a woman who is in labor be turned away from an hospital? Not accepted by an hospital. How can the University of the Hospital, of the West Indies Hospital, not accept Miss Fearon? Let's not even go to Jubilee yet. How can the University Hospital of the West Indies refuse to accept Miss Fearon? I just up the road, that's that, you know. Well, not really up the road, but up the road, that, you know. What do you say to a family in this situation? How do you console Miss Fearon's family members who at the University of the West Indies made the decision to not accept Miss Fearon? Why was it a situation where those persons down at the Jubilee Hospital weren't able to do something to create some workaround to accept Miss Fearon? There must have been something that could have been done by the Jubilee Hospital to facilitate and accommodate Miss Fearon. Where is, and this was the same question I was asking with the TCI situation. Where has our humanity gone? Where has our humanity disappeared to? Yes, we know we're dealing with a highly contagious virus. We know it has recorded fatalities. We know the numbers are still rising. We know the discrimination and stigmatization is rife across the nation. But doctors and nurses make a vow and an oath to serve. And they did not serve in this occasion. The only thing they serve is themselves. Would Miss Fearon be alive if she was accepted by Huey? We don't know. Would she be alive if she was accepted by Jubilee? We don't know. But we should have been able to find out. The doctor have one, what them call it? The Hippocratic oath. I doctor one not a liar one. One oath. You not tell me for that one. I think of the Hippocratic oath. You know, remember all of them things at one time. And I think it says your first responsibility as a doctor is to do no harm. Do no harm. They armed Miss Fearon. Oh, I want to say, yeah, we know two things sometimes. Yeah? Where's the compassion? How can doctors be afraid to do the work of it? It's like, as a teacher, me get one class and me say me nah go the class because me ear say pick them bad. Then I would have failed my students. I would have failed as a professional. When me can get one class or me I go say me nah go call me afraid. I'm a duty, I'm a job. If the youth them are the baddest thing in the world, it's my responsibility to go in there so go make them conform. If I for the 2 sessions when me got them. And I have been doing that for years. How can you not want to treat a patient? Father Gregory White, I don't even know what go on the ground, brother. I couldn't even tell you what really go on. You understand? Andrew said her doctor requested an emergency C-section. They cleared the ward. They postponed other surgeries to facilitate her. She was prepped and the procedure did not occur because the team of anesthesiologists and physicians did not participate in the surgery. They too need to answer some questions. And the funniest thing, these things have been going on. Not just now, There have been many horror stories of women who have had issues in the hospitals as it relates to delivery, Miss Ashlyn Ella said Andrew's story is not straight. Be that as it may, Miss Ella, so we have to now wait and to see what the family has to say to counter what Andrews have to say. You understand? Because it won't look like even the Miss Fearon's doctors corroborating Andrew's stance. So I don't know. Auntie. Boy, I don't know. Peter may say them think she have a virus, so them give up on her. But Peter as a doctor, you don't give up until the patient flatline, brother. You understand what I say? You don't give up until the patient flatline, you know? And even after the patient flatline, you still a try to resuscitate the patient until there's no more hope. I understand the tendency to not believe what Andrews have to say, but that is the information in front of me. And as a teacher, I work with info in front of me. See, the info in front of me from Andrews, we need now to hear what you have to say, what Jubilee have to say. Spanish Town, we need for a 2-2 beat up Spanish Town, but Spanish Town should have had a place prep and ready for situations like this. That may have made a difference as well. Andrews have more questions to answer. The doctors have more questions. Everybody have questions. Yo, you think sad, brother? See? There have been many stories since this COVID situation of nurses and doctors discriminating. It's not only communities that are discriminating and are stigmatizing. See? I know you're putting your life at risk. You understand what I say? We know it's dangerous. Police officers do it every day. Soldiers do it every day. You understand what I say? God forbid teachers do it every day when school or work. Well, open that we mean. You understand? You signed up for this thing, man. Right now, I'm not even feel for done this. Like this thing just drain me again. But even to eat nothing from morning, because you know, I kind of gone back when I look at diet. I mean, I say, but even did feel for nothing before I start stream. But just drain, brother. And then I analyze the whole context of the situation, and I know my situation currently. Then I drain 2 times again, man. Where the compassion there? Where the humanity there now, brother? Not really fast me and fast, brother. But I try to avoid fatness. I need a little chocolate still. No. As a nation, in support of the family members of Miss Jodian Fearon, we cannot, should not rest until somebody is held responsible for this unfortunate situation. Errors happening and people make mistakes, you know. But when you look on the sequence of events here, sir, brother, Zane, this I say what fatness. Man, you alright, you know. Uno born slim and trim and not figure gym, you know. You understand me? I say everything good. Zane, when you look at the sequence of events, and a mistake them there, brother. Conscious, rational, illogical decisions were made. It would be remiss of us as a people if we allow this one swept on the carpet. If we allow this one to go away quietly. Zane, somebody ought to be held accountable. By the looks of this, many people should be held accountable. So, may I go and watch and see, you know. Zane, and thing, and them don't know, say, you know, from me take on a particular situation and say me I go fight it, you know. Them know, you know. You understand? But nah, drop this. For so many different reasons, brother. See, for so many different reasons, we can't drop this. All of the empress them in here, when you have a spouse, can become pregnant. All of the general them, when you have an empress, she can't become pregnant. Well, if I yard, it can't happen to anybody, brother. Today, I miss Fearon. Tomorrow, it can be your empress, brother. Or my empress. or your sister or your auntie. God forbid someone young or no mother said we. Right now, me I talk to now, me that hurt me, brother. For the longest while, me don't come cross with. I one storage, yo. When me done do the video, me go sleep. You know how much women in Jamaica pregnant right now? They're the other fret family. What the doctors and nurses are going to do when them go hospital? Whether Jubilee or the one that you pay for. What on the peeps? Yeah, me you know, attorney kind of give me some pointers. If you can't share them, we don't know still unless him say share them still. You know what I think? But me see what the boss have to say and thing. I think he might have some keyboard issues so him can't type right now. You understand? Me I buy a keyboard and I say a word. We get round to it. You see him? Father Michael, I hope not, brother. Big man way. You understand? Gregory say China should get sued. But who are going to sue China now? And where you going to sue them? Hague? International Court of Justice. And exactly on what kind of grounds you going to sue China. See, me see I want to look things somebody sent to me this morning, today. The watcher. I pre him about here and I send me a look at thing and where I show say Shanghai and Beijing had no serious suffered no serious impact from COVID and them kind of not that far from Wuhan, geographically speaking, while Italy and America and Paris and all sort of them places there, seeing some of the other commercial hubs, Tokyo, are still on a lockdown, while Shanghai and Beijing, you know, Beijing is the capital where all the Chinese government officials and military commanders and them people, they reside and them something there. Interesting. May I watch it again and them something there. Zane, not in 96, Andrews Hospital treated me badly twice. I am so sorry to hear that, Zane. The two doctors who refused to do the surgery. But me I say the watcher. I can't scare them. Sorry. So scared that's... I don't know. I don't know, Rasta. You understand? See, it's just because nowhere is open. Alright, bro, let's say a word. See, and thing. But I suppose I will hear what my very trusted friend has to say on the situation from a legal perspective, as he is a legal practitioner. Normally we lean on him for, you know what I mean, some perspective as it relates to certain things. See, the anesthesiologist dropped the ball. They come like them drop you and kick you away, brother. My wife work on the maternity floor at Brooklyn Hospital and every patient is treated like COVID. See, so if they are scared now, imagine when things... I don't know. But peeps, may I move on from this, cause I say I can finish the stream with a look at energy when I have left still. See, auntie. I am not going to let this one slide. Zane. I am going to continue to press and push. You understand? Normally when I do that, people get offended. and some even seek legal options. We not drop that one here. You understand? We not drop that one here. See? But just want the family just breathe and grieve, and when they come around and them willing to talk, I'm willing to listen. You understand? Willing to listen. But hear what Andrews have to say. We are going to archive that statement here. Make sure we have it for reference. Zine, and then we want to hear what you have to say. I could have what you come tell me now, though. But alright, we want to hear what Jubilee have to say. We still want to hear the report from Spanish Town. Zine, the minister said that they have ordered a probe. I sincerely hope that this probe will be done in a most objective and transparent way. And whatever or wherever the breakdown was is highlighted, and the necessary steps will be taken to hold who is accountable, and also to take the lessons from these situations. If you don't take the lesson from your mistake, you don't learn. You're going to make the mistake again. You understand? So me I go and watch. I know some persons are very emotional. I probably sound emotional look well. I'm not really emotional. I just drain. Then people ask about teaching and say the same thing. You see them spell different. See, I am extremely concerned. See, I am worried, considering that there are so many pregnant women in the country at this point in time. Some women due tonight, some due tomorrow, some next week, some... Ah, boy. Peace, me, my next sad story. But I share this Friday night, and it, like I just have enough to share it, you know. But I'm going to share it tonight. You see? Miss Charlotte Morrison say emotionally drained teach. Then Miss Charlotte, you see me I try run from a word emotion and I just throw it on me, so Miss Morrison. But how good as that for true? You understand? Garfield said try it out, car. Brother, buy you sure. Ah, boy. This lovely Empress on screen is no longer with us, as she would have died recently after giving birth. Her child also died, unfortunately. Mother and newborn died 2 days apart. Residents of Tivoli Gardens were left heartbroken after 25-year-old Tiana James, a well-known and respected community member, died tragically after giving birth on the 18th of April. Last Saturday, that I think. Another one. Yeah. Residents and James's family were again left gutted after the baby named Azaria died 2 days later. James was a University of the West Indies graduate with a bachelor's degree and was pursuing a master's in international public and development management. Productive member of the society. See, I remember addressing a piece at Tivoli Garden she forward from me, and she have her degree and she have pursue her master's. And you have some dirty people in the country, menace to society, scum, garbage bag, I walk around healthy, and nothing to do them, they never even catch cold. Tavia James, her sister, said that Tiana was dependable and supportive. She is the best friend anybody could ask for. She was a loving family person, the best sister, the best aunt, best cousin. She was just this jovial, peaceful soul. She always had a smile on her face. She would always just cheer you up. I don't think anybody has anything bad to say about her. Tavia said her sister, who was the recipient of a European Union tertiary level scholarship. Brilliant girl. Had big plans ahead, one of which was running for a community councillor. She was doing her master's and was working at a law firm. She always said she wanted to become the councillor of C0vid Gardens. That was one of her dreams. She was all for community development, always helping kids education-wise. Football, netball, running, she did everything. She was just a phenomenal woman, she said. But with baby Azaria's death, the family now mourns the loss of two. Azaria. Everybody lost a part of them. Tiana was basically a part of everybody, even her princess Azaria, that we did not get a chance to meet. If you know Tiana, you will know all her plans. She definitely not hide nothing from nobody. So during her pregnancy, everybody in the family built a relationship with her baby. So the baby was also a great loss to us. Tavia said, noting that the baby's name was chosen because it means help by God. Kevin Shirley, her cousin, has nothing but praises for Tiana. He described her as a treasure. She was the type of person that would walk into a dull room and light it up with her personality. She was a forgiving person. She was excellent. She hides her own emotions and put people first. Sometimes when she go through some things, she hide it with a smile. And when we lose her now, we know what we have lost. The family has lost a valuable member, he said passionately. He recalls a time when Tavia helped him to prepare for and pass CSEC mathematics and English. At summertime, she group up all of the young children and have class. I applied for a job and I needed maths and English. I could not have passed those exams without the help of my cousin. At times when I was going to give up, she believed in me. She did not give up on me, he said. Two productive members of the society, two empress, will all up them head and a chant apart for themselves and them family. You understand? I do not know what kind of complications Miss James developed or why the baby died, but I felt compelled to share the story for a couple of reasons, especially the fact that normally when we think about places like Tivoli and those places, persons are of a particular opinion and view. Zane, but the reality is that you have brilliant people who come from these communities. I went to school, I went to teachers college with a young man from Tivoli Gardens. Ruby, big up yourself if you're there about. You understand? Brilliant youth, Zane, and thing. I know many persons from those areas when I was studying, Zane. And I've taught students from those communities who are brilliant as well. You understand? And here was one young lady who was hell-bent on helping people, helping to transform her environment and also to uplift those that were in her sphere of influence. You see me? Things that are way. And the worst thing about this in the peeps is that you have some man right now a plan to go kill some people. You see, and I do some folly and the man them only even catch one cool brother. You have some woman in the country who help instigate and organize and orchestrate criminality and criminal activities. And them only even catch look cool brother. Yeah, some of them women push out the pit in them like, yeah, push one trolley through a door. See? Ah, boy. For some strange reason, I feel compelled to try and find out exactly what was the complication suffered by this young lady, you know, and Azaria. Yo, me feel like we didn't just done the stream and go me bed. Big woman thing. Yeah, man, I try make a few links on the Tivoli side and so we can find out. We currently have, yesterday we had 305, and as far as I know, today was the biggest increase in numbers since we had our first case, where 45 new cases have been recorded in the last 24 hours. So we are now at 350 confirmed cases. Seeing 7 deaths, 28 persons have recovered. Let me see if I can provide some details because I normally grab a few things earlier. Hold on the peeps. Computer screen full up of things. Probably need a third screen shaped like a H. Bombard. I mean, I have enough desk space, but alright. We see it go. Sunday, April 26, 2020. The Ministry of Health and Wellness National Surveillance Unit has advised that 45 samples tested positive for the COVID-19 in the last 24 hours. This has brought the total number of confirmed cases. I mean, I know water. The total number of confirmed cases in the island to 350. The 45 new cases are comprised of 19 males and 26 females who range in age from 1 year old to 75. Remember, on Friday, the latest, the update on Friday said that a 2-month-old child had tested positive, and the day before, a 4-year-old child had died. Now we're seeing where a 1-year-old child is among the new cases. In the meantime, 11 of the 45 new cases are employees with the workplace cluster in St. Catherine. 14 are contacts of a confirmed employee in the workplace cluster. 10 are contacts of a confirmed case, and 10 are under investigation. 178 of the 350 confirmed cases are employees. Half of the cases come from Alorica. What would the numbers look like if it wasn't for Alorica? Zane? Alorica. We would be looking fairly decent now had it not been for that cluster. Jaja. Overall, Jamaica now has 34 imported cases, 9 cases that are local transmission with no epidemiological link. 178 are local transmission cases related to the workplace cluster. 94 are contacts of the confirmed case, and 35 are cases under investigation. 395 samples were tested in the last 24 hours. So the number of tests have increased. Naturally, with the number of tests increasing, the number of positives will also increase. I mean, logic's that. Ah, boy. The total number tested so far, 3,262. And you know we have 350 positives, while 2,890 have returned negative. 22 samples are pending. So them 22 samples they know. God forbid, me leave I say it, make it stay. We hope the 22 samples come back negative. You understand? There are 3 persons that are critically ill. 5 persons are moderately ill. 128 persons are in isolation facility outside of hospital. Number of patients in step down and transitional facilities are 25. Number of persons in home isolation 54. Number of persons in quarantine at government facility 91. Yeah, man, the critical them is a word, brother. It's a critical word. Now, one of the major directives under the COVID fight, amid the COVID fight, is that you need to wash your hand and practice proper sanitation and nursing. And the parish that is currently the hardest hit, with the most cases, is St. Catherine. And we're seeing a situation where a number of communities in St. Catherine are without water. I don't know for whatever reasons, but they not got no water. That is a problem. Yo. Is it that we salt or a obe then obe we? Or then obe we and we salt? How good as it 2 of them? Several St. Catherine communities without water. And you know these communities are currently under lockdown. In a tweet, I think today or yes, one of them time, the country's chief water distribution company, the National Water Commission, said the disruption is due to a broken distribution pipeline. Repairs are being carried out and should have been completed by 8 p.m. today. I don't know if them done. You know the Water Commission then go as fix the pipe them and cover them but then go dig it up again. And dig it up somewhere else, because they set a digging spirit for the National Water Commission too, you know. The communities being affected by the disruption are Spanish Town, the whole light, Hampton Green, Lakemore, Newton Avenue, McCoy's Lane, well, McCoy's Land, Mayfair Muse. They have a McCoy's Land different from McCoy Lane. Okay, alright. Then Job Lane, Whitewater Meadows, Elton Park, Heartland, Macook's Pen, Liber Gardens, Sydenham Gardens, Wedgwood Gardens, Willowdean, and Hopedale housing schemes, and all roads leading off Old Harbour Road. Disruption in Portland tomorrow. Portland people on catch water tonight. Meanwhile, the NWC says residents in Port Antonio and Bournebrook, Zin, Portland, I know Bournebrook, I've been there already, should brace for a disruption tomorrow as the company perform emergency pipeline repairs. The disruption should take place from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. The company is encouraging customers to store water for use during the period. Two held as cops seized 34 rounds of ammunition in Augustown. 2 men were taken into custody in connection with the seizure of more than 30 assorted rounds of ammunition during operations in Augustown, St. Andrew. 25 9mm rounds of ammunition were seized at one premises. While, before me forgetting, I can remember some spot on it past you. I spot around, big up yourself, you know. Royal General, thanks, I can count on you to protect me. Good evening, Teach. Good evening, Miss Patsy Brown. I hope Miss Patsy Brown still there, you know. And Miss Patsy Brown is just kind of in a look zone. Zane? I mean, I see her. Should ever? Yeah, man, Miss Brown, big up yourself. Me find you. See them, I know you're there. You can't hide. I appreciate the contribution. Hope all is well with you and the family. Me see how we hear your thing there. What your name again? Your mask. You understand? Yeah. 2 men were taken into custody in connection with the seizure of more than 30 assorted rounds of ammunition during operation in Augustown, St. Andrew. 25 9mm rounds were seized at one premises, while 9 5.56 rounds and another 9mm round was seized during a subsequent raid. The operations were conducted between 10:30 a.m. and 1:15 p.m. on Thursday, the 23rd of April. The identities of the 2 men are being withheld pending further investigation. Yes, Judge. 3 persons were charged with illegal possession of firearm and ammunition following police operation in Rosemount Gardens, Montego Bay, St. James, and Dolphin Crescent in Old Harbour, St. Catherine. They are Trevor Barnes, a 58-year-old shop operator, and Fearon Barnes, otherwise called Ashman. A 27-year-old car wash operator, both of Rosemount Gardens, St. James. Jodian Melville, otherwise called Reds, a 30-year-old steelman. Steel. I mean, tell you. Of Dolphin Crescent, Old Harbour, St. Catherine. The man is a steelman. What I mean, him fabricate the steel thing like when he have below us. And him sell steel. Him is a steelman. Yes, and Trevor and Fearon were arrested after a Smith & Wesson 9mm pistol with a magazine containing 8.45 rounds was found in an orange and black vacuum cleaner at their establishment at about 2:50 p.m. on April 14. The man, them had the shows in a vacuum, brother. Oh, him tie steel. Okay, the watcher. I think that too, but then the steel man, I don't know of them man there, but alright, he's a steel tire. So they were charged following a question and answer session in the presence of their attorneys. In the Old Harbour, on Friday, April 24, at about 4:15 p.m., Melville was reportedly seen with a firearm on his veranda. He was accosted by the police, and on their approach, he ran. The house was searched, and a .38 Smith & Wesson revolver containing 4.38 rounds was found in the kitchen of the dwelling. He was later arrested and subsequently charged. The court dates for the accused persons to appear in court are being finalized. A man upon a veranda with gun. Sit down. King Irie, where you say a country is surrounded by water and water. I must say water is surrounded, you can't do drink it still, but I understand what you say still. We is the land of food and water. And water it look like we ever shatter. You understand? Because we are not efficiently using the water at our disposal. Yeah, rivers we go going and see daily millions of gallons of water. But we're not you and we have become so hell-bent on depending on only certain sources for water. You understand? Why you have rivers cascading in the sea daily. You understand? Desalinization not cheap enough, Carl. And why would you do desalinization when you have so many sources of fresh water in the country? You understand what the amount of energy you need to desalinize seawater? It don't make no sense unless you have to do it. When we have million gallons of fresh water all about the place, what we need to do is to tap into the water sources were available to it. You understand? And top depend on only Oak River for feed the whole of Kingston and St. Andrew. And Rio Cobra for feed the whole of St. Catherine. And we have only part of wells and springs and rivers all about the place. We don't short of that. I mean, yes, we cannot suffer from dry periods from time to time. But then, so we still have rivers that are running up in the sea. They're like daily. You understand? So saying the desalination is one, but the reality is that that's not cheap. You understand what I mean? I say fuck all, that's really expensive. And you know, Petrojam, I top up every barrel of oil with $41. By the time you buy oil, for generate energy, for desalinate water, then is the might as why I don't know. You understand? What? It all boils back down to our political directorate. You understand? And as me tell you, my two favorite quotes in this life. One was by Henry Ford. Him say, if you think you can or you think you can't, you are right. That one. If you say you can't do it, you can't do it. If you say you can't do it, you can't do it. Brilliant. And the second one is that the only thing worse than being blind is having sight but no vision. And that is the one that I normally use to describe politicians in Jamaica. They have sight, but they don't have no vision. See? Millions of gallons of water enter the sea around the country on a daily basis. You understand? Yet you have some places where there no water. See? I know it's hard to move water from some point to some point because of the topography and relief of some areas. I understand that still. See? But some places shouldn't suffer from lack of water. Because we don't lack water. What we lack is vision. You understand? We are see but we blind. Yeah, boy. All it takes is will, you know. And better use poor people money, you know. You understand? That's the next story for you next time. Jaja. Yeah, the JA, you know what I think, you know. You know what I mean? Feed me on one next sad story, you know, peeps. Jaja. One next person will contribute to the development of the country, you know. Zane is the Empress over here, sir. In our khaki suit. Condolences to the family of Empress Benji. Female inspector passes a week after retiring from the JCF. That is, I have always found this to be an amazing irony. You survive the JCF, and as you're done with the JCF, you die. That irony is like you die on your way to during or after a funeral. This is a rough irony. The Jamaica Constabulary Force is mourning the passing of retired Inspector Marlene Benjamin, formerly of the Community Safety and Security Branch. Reports from the Jamaica Police Federation are that the police woman, who has over 30 years of service, passed away on Friday, a week after she retired. Jaja. Reports are that she was ailing for some time. Today we note with deepest regrets the passing of Inspector Benjamin, who gave great service to the Jamaica Constabulary Force and the citizens of Jamaica for over 30 years. Sorry guys. Said a message from the Police Federation. She made her farewell to the JCF last Wednesday and proceeded on to retirement, said the statement. Benji, you will be sadly missed, especially by the JCF netball fraternity. To her immediate family, JCF family, friends and well-wishers, our sympathies to you. We pray for her strength during this dark period. The Central Executive mourns with you, the Police Federation stated. 2 weeks ago, JCF members were also left mourning the passing of another member, Sergeant Garfield Morgan. I think he was a gentleman who died in Reports are that the policeman died suddenly. Zane? He was found unresponsive in his car on the grounds of the Mandeville police station. Ah, boy. Sad. What good, Miss Benji? Teen and men charged in connection with machete attack. Detectives from the Savannah Lamar police station charged 3 persons, including a 16-year-old boy with wounding with intent on Monday. The accused men are 40-year-old Erwin Ricketts, otherwise called Killer. A killer is a killer, whoever he may be. Slaughter and execute your family. But when even go back into the name thing, make it time because I'm tired of talk. The man named Killer. I don't know, bounty killer. Ah, boy. The accused men are 40-year-old Erwin Ricketts, otherwise called Killer, and 37-year-old Sheldon Ricketts, otherwise called Bagger, both farmers of Cedar Valley District in Leamington, Westmoreland. Yeah? And thing. Hold on. The general message me again. I will give you more detailed explanation of where I think this is going. Yeah? Alright, big brother, get some rest. You don't know, say you're one of the best. You see, no matter how them talk, them just can't test. Yes. Bless. Alright, have a rhyme sometime. Relax your mind and forget about the crime and some. Ah, boy. The police report at about 12:30 p.m. on Friday, April 17, an altercation developed between the teen boy and a man on a farm in the community. Erwin and Sheldon reportedly intervened and chopped the man using a machete. The man was taken to hospital where he was admitted in serious but stable condition. The accused were subsequently arrested and charged. I couldn't tell you, Peter, me. Because many persons don't understand that the names that you answer to tend to affect your subconscious. It tends to become a part of your person and you take on that persona. You see? Yeah. So some man love the hype to you, and you call him killy and killer and murder and, you understand, caliber and all sort of things. That them like that. You understand? A glorification to them. Zane, people know them and knowings. I don't know Rasta. Me is no name expert, but I have seen covering many stories on this YouTube journey where the names that people answer to influence their psyche, their mentality, their approach. You understand? Them personality. The names of communities influence the psyche of some of the people who resides there. The pens and the lanes and the Shooters Hill and Gun Hill and Rifle Lane. Them things that get to your brain. And after a while, your brain gets stained. And you start believe your name. Some man use it to look fame. Things remain the same. May I talk about it look like it in vain. Never mind. Me pen man facing charges in relation to brother's murder. I kind of feel a little better in my spirit now still. You understand? Kind of a shake off. Say, well, that them are well iron. Me a pen man facing charges in relation to brother's murder. Am I my brother's keeper? But I mean, I tell you, a 24-year-old Maypen man is to answer charges relating to the murder of his brother, 25-year-old Nicholas Jones. Omar Blake say you can build a tune. No time we do a few rhyme, up to the time, you know what I mean? Yeah, man. You can do a little thing. But writing no tune still. People keep on singing that from the other day, but me nah listen to a song there. When I left on the record, me nah listen to a song. You wanna see me write song? Big up on yourself still. The accused is Romario Jones. The charges stem from an incident on the 18th of April where explosions were heard while the brothers were home in Canaanite's Maypen, Clarendon. The elder Jones died following the incident. His younger brother has also been charged with illegal possession of firearm and ammunition. He is to answer the charges in court. I saw one incident in a media yet still, but in a media, if you get what I say. 2 men, ages 19 and the man killing brother look like, but it's the next story, so I can't feel bother with them. 2 men, ages 19 and 26, shot and injured yesterday after they kidnapped 3 people in Cherry Gardens, St. Andrew. The police say they were disarmed by their victims and shot after the car they were traveling in crashed near the Swallowfield exam depot. One of them escaped. The 26-year-old is from Bread Lane. Bread what? Just talk about Pen and Lane. While the 19-year-old is from Spanish Town Road. Police sources say. Yeah. Oh, I have that picture there in my folder. Peeps, remember some youth that kind of running from out of Huntsby one night time, like about Sunday gone. You understand? One of them dead. 3 of them surrender. And about 2 of them still there road or one. I do even remember man who scored. You understand? Can't keep up with the amount. Huntsby escapee flees Jagnet. The Gleaner understands that the sole escape, I'm alone left, that the sole escapee from the Huntsby police lockup in St. Andrew, who remains at large, fled a police dragnet in Kendal, Manchester, yesterday morning, I think. Michael Orlando Ellis, 31 years old, has been on the run since last Sunday, when he and 7 other escapees, 5 have since been captured and 1 killed in a shootout. The Gleaner has been informed that he was picked up by a motorist early yesterday morning, Zane, at a house in the community shortly before the police arrived. He was advised by a relative to turn himself in, but he refused. Ellis, who is facing a charge of robbery and illegal possession of firearm and ammunition, is off a Ramsey Road address in Kingston and also New Green District in Manchester. The police are reminding citizens that it is an offence to harbour fugitives. And thing. Kendall, the Manchester, the watcher, up in some hills near Christiana, up in Manchester there. That a go on. We say him at large, he will soon be at small. We say slippery like slime. 2 men gunned down in Negril, Westmoreland. The Westmoreland police are probing the shooting deaths of 2 men in the Whitehall area of Negril in the parish on Friday. The deceased are 23-year-old Wayne Clark, otherwise called Big Way, and 28-year-old Donovan Stevenson, both labourers of Red Ground in Negril. Reports are that about 8 a.m. Stevenson and Clark went to Orchard Lane in Whitehall. Lane again. While there, they went to a shop to make a purchase and were approached by armed men who opened gunfire, hitting them multiple times. The gunmen then fled the scene. The 2 wounded men were pronounced dead at hospital, and a manhunt has since been launched for the attackers. So yesterday, I there, peeps. I did go look water yesterday. Zane, because my water back of them did empty. So I did go look water. Yes, and wear mask and sanitize and all of them sitting there and social distancing and the works. And when me come in back, saying, I do a video about Jasmine Dean and about one brother where they look for down so. And then the news item I break. And then me couldn't bother, me go sleep again. Right now I sleep, me and use cure certain things, me go sleep, man. 7 children shot. 2 fatally at birthday party in Craigtown. I am sure many other vloggers would have probably covered this. I couldn't bring myself, brother. I can't bother. A murder thing, it just murder me sometimes. My vibes, my energy. 2 children are dead and 5 others were shot and injured in Craigtown, Denhamtown, Kingston 14 on Saturday. Dead are 15-year-old Alan Thompson and 17-year-old Javon Christie, both of Craigtown in the parish. Reports are that about 10:32 a.m. the children were at a birthday party when 2 men traveling on foot opened fire on the group before escaping. When the shooting subsided, Thompson, Christie, and 5 other children were found with gunshot wounds. The Constabulary Communications Unit reported they were transported to hospital where Thompson and Christie were pronounced dead. One of the children is in critical condition and investigations are ongoing. A couple of questions. What kind of man would then turn a gun in a birthday party with children and open fire? 7 shot, 2 dead, 1 critical. Question 1. Question 2. Why would there be a birthday party at 10:32 a.m. in Craigtown when we're supposed to practice social distance? I know some people are going to say about teach. The youth them get shit. I talk about the youth them get shit already. We have to talk about the rest of it. You understand? No. Me don't know what kind of man who then turn guns in a crowd of children at a birthday party. See? The two teens that I don't know if I don't know what is what a man just said them a war down there. But how you feel keep birthday party in a them time? And we not justify nothing, we just ask the question that some people now want to ask. How you keep a birthday party in the middle of a pandemic when you're supposed to practice social distance? No curfew they really did it at the time, because you know say the curfew them are from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. So the curfew they really did it, but the common sense they did it neither. But I don't know, Jaja. I don't know. You know, as Jamaicans, some people have a tendency to say your bother yard or your bother broad means say your mother yard, your mother broad. You understand? And thing. And it's set away. Jamaican who jugged and raped schoolgirls in UK gets 29-year sentence. A 63-year-old. He means so much 63. Him shouldn't just look for come from jail. He might good now. Born man who has been described as a violent sex predator who jugged and raped schoolgirls and forced some of them to prostitution is to serve a total of 29 years in prison in the UK. Junior Chester Bryan, a resident of Marton Road in Middlesbrough, UK, was last month convicted of 20 offenses, including rape, sexual assault, false imprisonment, living on prostitution, and supplying Class A drugs, according to the Daily Mail newspaper. During the 6-week trial, it was heard that Brian, who went to London from Jamaica at age 15, beat and raped girls as young as 14 between 1993 and 2013. 20 years and not carry on him folly for you know. The incident reportedly took place in Middlesbrough, Leeds, Darlington, and London. 8 of his victims, who gave chilling testimonies at the trial, said the Jamaican ruined their lives. According to media reports, during the trial at the Teesside Crown Court in the UK, it was heard that when Brian came to Middlesbrough in the 1990s, he began using his force of personality and violence to intimidate his victims, forcing some into prostitution. In one of his nefarious attacks against young girls, Brian gave a 16-year-old student a joint, it's a ganja spliff, which he had laced with heroin without her knowledge. He then raped her several times and punched and partially strangled her, as well as hit her with a hammer. The victim, who gave a statement, said her dreams of becoming a beautician were destroyed by Brian as her life changed following her ordeal. In other violent sexual acts, the Jamaican was said to have raped a 14-year-old, while another teenager only managed to escape when his actions were disputed by a visitor. Additionally, he drugged a young woman who reportedly saw him as a father figure and encouraged her to turn to a life of prostitution, according to media reports. At Brian's sentencing hearing last week, which was held via Skype due to the coronavirus, Judge Howard Crowson said the convict was a dominating, violent sexual offender who destroyed the lives of others to fulfill his selfish desires. The judge sentenced Brian to 24 years in jail with an extended 5-year tariff, having determined that he was dangerous, media reports indicated. Janu Rasta. Ah, boy. Him on whole 63, him should be thinking and taking care of him grand picnic. Why father Omar Blake? You know I'm to some money, yeah. You understand? I don't know I'm to some man. But peeps, big up on yourself. I struggle through that one again. You understand? Tonight was a samba occasion. Zine. Still drain. But you know what I mean? We find a look with energy for sustain. You see? Kind of in a reflective and pensive mode and thing. I probably drink a tea without sugar and go on my bed. You know, food thing there was a night and night. You see? And thing. Made bed already. Brush my teeth and things. So I need to do that again neither. I was planning on working on the video today about the takeover of the Kingston Wharf by the Chinese merchant holding groups, and then I decided to go and do the video about Miss Fearon, so that the pan pause. Plus some other little things. More time I try to find the energy and you just not do it, man. It's something just throw you out and turn you off. I don't know. See, but I dig. See, I start exercise again or something, so hopefully I find a little vibe and a little rhythm. You understand? And them things. See? Kind of weird, but I kind of miss school on a little level. You understand? You know, I've been contemplating leaving the teaching profession for a while now. I kind of get a little, I have class tomorrow, you know. At 11 o'clock. you kind of get a new appreciation for the teaching thing in terms of job security is a hell of a thing, you know. And many persons out there suffer. Many persons out there can't find food to feed them family members. Many persons have lost their jobs. Seeing, depending on how long this thing go on for, we don't know what going to happen to public sector workers and their wages. But for now, we are give thanks because that job security is something, it's important. Seeing, I mean, that's one of the blessings of teaching. It have many blessings, but it also have many curses. You understand? Right now, the blessing is that it'll keep some people purse going. You know what I mean? That's important. I mean, the reality is that I do 2 jobs. This is my second job. So, yeah, me still, you know what I mean, not too bad. The YouTube streets kind of been slow since March and April, but we still give thanks. You understand? We still do alright. You see? And think I'm still struggling with my notifications. I don't know what YouTube up to what. Try next thing. But that's alright again too. The interviews have slowed down, which is important to the channel in more ways than one. We still give thanks. You understand? Now there I go and hold it. Zane, we still avoid jumping on every little murder vibes and them something there. I do a murder video tomorrow still. But one elder from the Jolly Boys mentor band. I did talk about it Friday night, about him Friday night, but I never have the details. Think I'm gonna finish up that video there. I did start it, but I don't know, I'll probably upload that tomorrow. I try to do the port takeover video tomorrow. See, I have some other videos I want to do, some new projects I want to start work on. Because I know what take on the streets from my channel. I just can't bother sometime. Yeah, so I remember that series when I say who is Joel and them, or who was them Monday and them thing. Then them video they not fail. Plus some other local things. So I know if you turn up the street, you know. You understand, and you're ready. But you know what I mean, when they just cruise and take it easy, said we and thing. You understand? And them look something there. You see? Yeah, man, you keep the purse going, man. It's important to them, brother. You understand? It's important. So, there, give thanks. Had dealing with a situation. I told you guys that I had planned to purchase 2 new cameras for the interview thing. Purchased 2 90Ds, had them shipped, got them clear. They clear my bank account, but me they get them clear. And then the next day, I said I'm gonna test out the camera them, and I also bought 2 external monitors. You can't depend on the local flip out screen, and you will get tricked. And we did a setup, make sure all settings balance on both camera. Because I want the footage to look the same, and I want 2 of the same lens too. And then when I plug in the monitor them in the camera, the LCD on the camera them start behave like when TV sign full of stripe, and the camera them just lock down. If I take out the camera them feel kind of strange, because my main camera now is a 80D, manly, feel nice. I have a T7i, which is my second camera. That are the tight shot, you know, the interviews. But in 90D don't feel like 90. It feel like 75. And me say and everything. You understand? Seeing those cameras cost in the region of $2,500 US. So I have returned said cameras. Reach out to the sellers. You understand? I feel like I still pull one for me. I just feel like them camera they fake. You understand? So the return process has been initiated. But I don't really make them things that stress me on a piece. Because I know I have to get back my money anyways. You understand what I say? And things. So we are wait for them to reach back and then give me back my money, and I put all off on the purchase till somebody when I trust I come to Jamaica. You understand? Because I just don't want to use the time, the lockdown for retool. So when this thing kind of blow off, we can just hit back the road and make up back some last time. You see? But we have a local experience there. You see? Windows 7, Sergeant J50 call. What you mean? Windows 7. I don't understand what you mean. See? And things. So had that dealing within the week and things too. And just works. You understand? You know, Murphy's Law. Sometimes everything that can go wrong will go wrong. I was trying to convince Amazon to give me back the money we use to clear the items. Yeah? Because even though we get a good customer discount from the shipping company, we have to deal with it rough more time. You understand? So we did pay in the region of a whole heap of money to clear the packages. See, but as I say, when I spend money on my channel, I don't worry about that because I know the money they're going to make back on a level. You understand? It maybe take a look a while you know because them camera there for interview purpose and we not do not interview, you know. But you know what thing go. You know, more time I share one and two things with the fans them, with the ones them. You understand? And thing. So, what there? But man say Windows safe. But not if you use Windows, brother. Mac OS we use, bro. You see? And things. So peeps, big up on yourself. Enjoy the rest of the evening, on the night, on the morning, on the afternoon, depends on how you be. You understand? Be careful. The corona, I think we are now over 200,000 deaths from the COVID around the world. Zane. Countries are still, I think France is seeing a flare up. You understand? The US, I think the UK recorded one whole heap of deaths again yesterday or today in the US. So it's still rough. Jamaica numbers continue to climb. You understand? And them something there. Seeing and things. So people with us with the year, we know everybody have their own battles to fight and their own issues to do it. And things. You have to just find a way to make it work for you. You have to just find a way to balance things. Seeing, I know many persons out there. You may be a dark and nice though, but I'm back. I know many persons out there who are struggling to find food for themselves and their family. I trust that this will pass very soon and persons will be able to return to some form of normalcy in terms of earning for them family. See, it just, this thing is just a wake-up call on so many different levels. Us as a people, you understand? When things are up again and people start to earn, if you earn $1 a week, save 1 cent out of it. I say that again. See? If you earn $1 a week, save 1 cent out of it. You understand? You'll be amazed as to how much that 1 cent adds up over time. You feel what I say? And thing. I know it's hard for some people, and some people are going to say raid them and thing. I understand that. But the reality is that it's not how much you're making and how much you're saving. You understand? I made a concerted decision, a deliberate decision to save at least X amount of money per month. See, I don't always do it, but I'm not far from it. You understand? I have made an effort to save particular denomination of currency. I save every $100 I get, every $50 I get, every silver I get, I save it. Right now, me broke $5,000 just to not spend a $50 or $100. I tell you that already. You understand what I say? See, we have over $200, over $250 we have built a next stock. Well, you have to just sacrifice some things, peeps. And then after a while, it becomes natural. See, in them times, you can draw for your local savings, you can draw for your local thing where you put on for your rainy time. You understand? I know some people survive daily, see, from them hustle. You understand? But we have to just use the COVID situation and absorb all the lessons. Some of them are harsh lessons. See, we have to take the lessons. See, we are seeing our errors and we have to retool ourselves for the future, because as I've said before, and I am no epidemiologist. See, I mean, you know, I am a specialist in geography and environmental studies, and I can tell you that the COVID situation is a snapshot of the future. You understand? This will become a far more regular occurrence where we have global pandemic in light of global warming and climate change and the whole globalization, where the movement of people is so free, you understand, and the whole trade and everything. These pandemics will become far more frequent. Zane, you know, I'm gonna share something with you, and I'm not goat mouth, I'm just from a geographical perspective, I think about things that some people are really met. I remember saying, I don't remember if it was Scotty or My girlfriend and I said it to a few weeks ago. See? They were complaining about the heat, and I'm saying, because we're just coming out of, just entering spring, I come out of winter. And I said to them, we are now dealing with the coronavirus situation, and it will get worse. Remember, the 1st of June to the 30th of November every year is the Atlantic hurricane season. Do not be surprised if, as a country, as a region, we have to contend with a few major hurricanes this year. Why? There's a thing called Murphy's Law. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. I hope, against hope, that we will not have to deal with a hurricane this season. I have looked at the projections for the season, and the meteorological center in Miami is predicting an above normal and above average hurricane season, where they're saying somewhere in the region of 9 system may become major system, that is category 3 and above. And that is something that you have to keep in the back of your mind as well. Zin? It is rough as is, and God forbid I wouldn't want to think or begin to contemplate how bad things would get in the event of a direct hit from any serious hurricane. The watcher say more down in September. Yeah, that August, September is normally the most active part of the season. But with climate change, bro, and global warming, the season, as a matter of fact, there has been a name system. I think E1 was named in the Pacific, the earliest ever name system in the history of naming systems in the Pacific the other day. You understand? So you will start to see that these systems will start to emerge outside of the traditional season before June, after November, as climate change continues apace and global warming becomes more dominant. May I leave it there, so still. You understand? May I leave it there, so. I'm just saying this to say, be cognizant of that possibility and plan with that in mind. Yeah? I'm going to say it again. Be cognizant of that possibility and plan accordingly. My grandmother often said, a word to the wise is sufficient. I'll leave it there. You know, if you pay me for my jail, so everything good. You understand? Everything good. I know you're rough in this time. I not charge you no free class. Extra class. Extra. You see me? Extra. Peeps, big up on yourself. Good night. If you are still working outside your home, please be absolutely careful. Then continue to practice the things that you know will help to ward off and keep you healthy, away from the coronavirus. You understand? It's a jungle out there. You see? And especially be careful if you have elderly persons in the home and young children, and if you know you have underlying medical condition, comorbid issues, and them something. Peeps, you have to be careful. You understand? Each day we pass is a day we pass. You understand? And we need for just attack the next day and try to get it out of the way. This too shall pass. It just how long it might last. You see? And thing. And may I say Miss Audrey Ross Lewis, Miss Lisa Lindsay, James Bond, Ali Dan, Romario Toretto, Seeing Xavier the class prefect, Maywat, Kerry J, Queenie, Wagwan, real badman Sambo. Real Sambo, take out the badman out of your name, but big up yourself. The man said too much big words. Yo, big up yourself, brother. But you see that badman thing, they take it out of your name. Yes, sir? So next time I want to see real Sambo. I just my advice to the one that still. But big up yourself. I appreciate the support. You talk about too much big word and your name big, so. You understand? Take out the badman thing out of your name, brother. You understand? Yeah, man. Zane, Miss Kanaika, Maurice Barnes, Alidan, Miss Lisa Lindsay, Danny Blackhorse, Peter May, Cookie Mama, Zane, Matthew Parchment, Shamar Low, big up yourself, you know, Craig Creation, Stan Wright, Zane, Ariat, Junior Lewis. You understand? Big up on yourself, you know, BM, Carl, big up yourself, you know, father, Sukar, Zane, J50 Carl. I'm not sure I love her name than I know, but big up yourself, brother. You know what I mean? You probably want to look into the name. You see, in DS Electronics Unlimited, I know tell the big man how to live their life, but you know, it's a recommendation from my brother to our brother. You understand? Fix them name there. Yeah, the JA. Look, brother, big up yourself, you know. You understand? Simeon Vassell. Yeah, I think that's Simeon. Yeah, Simeon Vassell, big up yourself, you know. Daniel Scarlett. Manners and respect in the Empress. Ricardo Williams, Manners. You know one thing, we appreciate the support in our ones and ones. Miss Janelle Steele, big up yourself in the Empress. And thing. You know what I mean? Wired Studio peeps, Wired Studio have a look well, when I say look up, I mean not. He have a YouTube channel. Zane is a educator as well. He does the arts, as in visual arts, and he has some very nice work over upon him channel. So if you have the time, you can go across, go show some support. You know what I mean? Because you don't know a thing, you know. As I normally say, YouTube is here for everybody, and everybody have a chance to eke out a niche for themselves. Until I go across and watch a few things, I'm not really getting enough to spend all the time on the video. On the channel, they send me some pictures, something. And I met them and thing. You can go across, go support the thing from time to time. Omar Blake, big up yourself, you know. Father Garfield Leslie. Miss Ingrid Tater, Joe Grind. You know, from when me I tell Joe Grind to change his name and the man even look for me. Big up yourself, you know, big brother. Father Maurice Barnes, the humble chucker. Man has respect every time, you know. You know what thing go. You see me? Yeah, man. Bless up. I know the Royal General, the debut, and Miss Patsy Brown, all of the people, them. Miss Roseanne Anointed, thanks for the contribution, Empress. Zane, Miss Patsy Brown, thanks for the contribution. I know I kind of miss a contribution them tonight, and about big up on yourself, peeps. We see them, you know. Brian Williams, Stevie, Deneva Codner. Good night, Miss Codner. How are you? Thanks so much for the contribution. Hope you and your family okay. New Wave Entertainment. Big up yourself, you know, broski. Hope all is well, you know. You know what I mean? Right now we're living in hell, but you see me? Yeah, man. We still hope all is well. You know what I mean? Miss Marcia Ferza. See it? Big up yourself, Empress. Peeps. Them time. I am not certain, but it's very possible that there will be a press conference tomorrow. So it means more than likely I have to go stream. I think I have one Instagram live thing tomorrow with my sister. She do this Instagram live thing where she talk to people and them tell her them life story. So if you follow me on Instagram, you can look. I think at 7 o'clock. Zane, so about 1 hour. So I talk to her and we don't know, probably cuss her in a process to and them something about. I guess we'll probably share bits and pieces of the journey and the story and you know what I mean? And thing. So if you subscribe to Instagram, if you follow me on Instagram, I suppose you will get the notification. If you don't follow me, then you need to go do so. Teach them 16. You understand? I know some people in the Instagram things still, but yeah, man. Teach how the WhatsApp group stay. The WhatsApp group stay alright, you know, brother. You understand? Me be a part of it, and then if you do a shot me and one message and say, teach, I come and Scott this year, you know what I mean? And then we send them to the team to get screen. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. See it? Boy, Peter May, Michael May, Mike Lewis, Natural Reese, Zane, and thing. Yeah, man. Alright, Sharice, big up yourself, Empress. You see me? So we got all a reason over there. So and I say if there's a press conference tomorrow, I'll definitely rebroadcast it in the night and all the vibes and all the reasons and see what go on in our country and what kind of plans and see what go on upper Yui and Jubilee and Spanish Town and Andrews and them place. You seeing? Yeah, man. Peeps, big up on yourself. What good. Step with ya. Appreciate the support. I'm out.
Thank you for tuning in. Subscribe if you haven't. Remember to share with your family and spread the channel for more amazing content. Time. Walk it, my friend.
Teach them. Send them. Reach them. It's teach right here.